We are back.
Finally.
We miss y'all.
Finally.
Like all 6 of y'all would just be, tuning in on YouTube. But there's we still got like 24 listeners all over podcasting. Yeah. So there's a lot from people in Virginia? I don't know too many people in Virginia.
I know not one single person. Not even one.
We're real popular in Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. I don't know what's that, Virginia Beach? If you're chilling at Virginia Beach right now.
Man.
Yeah, man, we're worldwide. We were worldwide.
People love New York sports, bro.
We like to talk about it. Bro, this is episode 21.
21
of the D-Rod and Shaniac Sports Podcast. We have been out for a minute. Yes, we have, but I think we're going to have a lot of content to put out this week. So make sure you're tuning into YouTube stuff. Definitely make announcements on that on Twitter and wherever else we are. But, the podcast stuff is still kicking. And we're glad that you guys are listening in on that. But, YouTube is a tricky thing to navigate. You got to really get good content out there, stuff that people really want to watch. Watching a whole podcast on YouTube is a journey. I've been there.
That's how I do it, though.
Yeah, I've watched a couple podcasts. I think it's good to see facial expressions. You put faces to the reactions, but I don't know. People got shorter attention spans these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different. Shane, we missed maybe I'd say a week and a half worth of stuff, but we've been talking a lot. I was away, but I missed 2 weeks ago all the Yankees updates and things that have been going on. They're good though. They've turned things around. It looks
finally
in terms of the AL East, it seems just like a scrap fest. They're 4 games out, I think, of the Sox and
right now
the Tampa. I think they're a game behind, maybe a half a game behind, something like that. I don't know where I left this team. If I could look back 2 weeks ago, we had just gotten swept by the Red Sox.
The Red Sox, yep.
And it was bad. It was one of the worst series I think I had ever witnessed. I watched the first game, obviously, and it was on TV. You couldn't miss a Red Sox game for nothing, a Yankees Red Sox game for nothing because it's on TV. Bro, when I tell you, I stopped watching maybe after the third, fourth inning. I think in the third inning, they scored 4 runs. Yankees were down 4-1, 4-2 maybe. That was a cold day? No, it was a day after a cold day. That was, I think, who comes after cold? Tyon or Montgomery?
No. That was Cole pitched this week. Cole pitched.
Yeah, he pitched
Monday,
2 days ago?
Tuesday,
2 days ago.
And then yesterday was.
Today was Tyon.
Was it
yesterday
Herman yesterday?
No. I'm actually looking up the Yankee starter for that game.
Yesterday was Herman.
It was actually Michael King. So they brought
Michael King. Yes, remember he pitched. He pitched that second game against the. I think he pitched the second game against the Red Sox. He did.
Yeah.
Because Cooper was already out at that point. Yeah, I remember.
So in that first game, what was that, a 5-2 loss to the Yanks? Regardless, again, stop watching. Maybe third inning in, I said, man, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad because the Red Sox this year shocked me. I think in the beginning, when we did our preseason look, they were at the bottom of our standings. We were just dismissing them. Oh, Red Sox aren't going to be that good this year.
And rightfully so. I mean, it's the same exact team. They brought the same exact team from last year. They should be bad.
It didn't make sense. I mean, to give them some, not all, some credit, Devers is having a crazy year. JD Martinez is still doing his thing. I don't know how he's still doing his thing.
iPads. He said it. He said, "I need
Cora's
the iPad."
Back, right? And actually, they're allowed to use it
in baseball.
They're allowed to use it now, so it's at this point just sticking to their stuff. Xander Bogaerts has been pretty good defensively, and I think his bat is still pretty good. I don't look at Red Sox stats like that, bro. I'm not.
No, he's the best shortstop in baseball, and I was shocked when I saw it. Okay, other than Tatis,
this year.
This year. Other than Tatis,
okay.
He's been the best offensive shortstop in baseball.
Listen, the Red Sox right now, leading the division. I think they're still the best team in the AL, right? They passed the White
No,
Sox.
the
Right now?
A's. I don't. Well, I think the A's might have got passed by the Red Sox since we swept 1, 2 out of 3 against the A's.
Yeah, we did go past 2 out of 3 on the A's.
But
That was
A's had
year.
the best record in baseball, like in all of baseball, I think.
Okay.
And then when
Well,
we played them,
as of today, if I'm going to read down the AL East standings, it's actually the Rays on top. They just passed the Red Sox at 45 wins.
oh, because they
And
beat them. They beat them yesterday and
Astros
today. Yeah.
have 46 because they're 10-0 in the last 10. They're actually
Oh,
11-0. I think they've won 11 straight as of today. So, you know.
When are we gonna do
talk,
that?
the iPad talk.
When are we gonna win 11 in a row?
It's crazy because look at the Yankees the last 10 games. Well, let me jump back to that Red Sox series because I was down and out. I was thinking, man, this team is not going to turn this around. We're going to go 500 at the All-Star break, and we're going to be panicking because I thought this Yankee season was supposed to be like it is every year, simple, smooth. Let's take the AL East. Let's focus on getting playoff wins, key playoff wins. Let's get some of those healthy players like stalwart, like strong throughout the season, and we're getting
you gotta remember
bumps in the roads.
How many times have we won the division since 2010?
Is that 7 years?
Which part of which Yankees won the division 7 times in the last 10 years, 11 years?
Let's see, we won 2017. No, not 18.
No, we did not.
2017?
We were that wild card team in 2017, 2018, and 2020.
Oh, it was the Rays won in 17.
The Rays won in 17. The Red Sox won in 18.
We haven't won since 2013?
We haven't won the division. We won the division in 2019, I think.
No, 2019 we won the division.
And then we won the division before that, 20.
Bro, I'm thinking
13, 2012.
I'm thinking Yankees. We're gonna look right now. It hadn't been before 20.
We didn't win 2015. We didn't win 2014.
No. After 2014, we didn't win. It wasn't 2013. Boston and Tampa took those 3.
I think it was 2012.
And it was 2012.
Or maybe 2011.
2012. That was 95 games. We took the last division.
Telling you.
Before 2019. So before
People
2019.
think the Yankees have been dominating. Like, no, we've just been very good. We haven't won a division in mad long. I keep telling people, yes, we're going to be the wild card team every year.
Mad long is 2019.
No, I'm saying like
2020.
We haven't consistently won the division. We haven't consistently won the division since early.
But even then, it's
2000.
still hard to look at the Yankees and say like, let's look at this team from 2013. Between 2013 and 2016, we weren't the best team in the AL.
3 of the 4 years.
Yeah, we got a wild card in 16, I think. That was the Raul is cool year.
No, we missed the playoffs 16. We missed the playoffs 14. We missed the playoffs 13. We missed the playoffs.
We got in the 1 year with the Raul is cool year, and I think that was 14.
That was 2012. That was 2012.
We won the division that year.
Nope, that was 2012, bro. Because I remember he hit the 2 home runs against the A's, I think, or the somebody. That was 2012, bro.
Bro, it's getting hard to keep track of any like Yankees momentum in the last decade.
I remember because I used to go crazy.
In the last few years, I think the Yankees on paper are still like that one team that sticks out. Hitting.
Yeah, because we're always in second place every year.
Bro, hitting, pitching, defense every single season. You look at any team that has all 3 of those, it's been the Yankees. And the pitching always shakes up because it's like, Sebi's not healthy. We might not have a 2-3-4 guy. How long was CC going to last anyway?
I don't know, bro. Name a good pitcher
around
that we've had, like
since
the whole year.
That's played the entire year.
Yes,
like stayed healthy the entire year.
Other than Garrett Cole, it's been a minute.
That would be none. No, because every single starter we've had has gotten hurt. It was maybe.
The last one was CC in like 2014. We had Severino. 2018 Severino was elite for the first half of the year and fell off.
But he got hurt.
And then he got hurt 2019.
Yeah, and then he got shelled in the playoffs in 17. Got shelled in 18. In 19.
Oh, the first start in 2017. The wild card.
That was a wild card.
In the division series, he was actually pretty good.
No, I'm saying the first time, like in the first. Yeah. And then in 19, I remember they put Tanaka first, right? And even Tanaka didn't stay healthy the entire year.
Tanaka wasn't elite.
Stay
Tanaka
healthy,
was pretty good.
Stay healthy, but stay healthy.
Okay,
couldn't stay healthy.
Okay.
That's the downside. It's like Again though, dude, on paper, you look at this team from March 31st. Every single March 31st, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. Last 5 years. You're telling me that the Yankees aren't the best team in the American League in those seasons? You have the Astros, obviously, especially when they had Verlander, Cole. That's a 1-2 punch that you're not going to get away from. But I mean, this team every year, again,
if you look at them the totality,
the AL from March 31st.
If you look at totality of the 5 years together, yes. But no, I wouldn't even go that far.
No, I would.
You're looking from 2017 to now.
17 to now. 17
Astros have been a better team.
For the last 5 years?
Yes, from 17, remember they won the World Series. Granted, they cheated, but they won the World Series. 18, they got bounced by the Red Sox. No, 18 was
18 they lost to the Red Sox.
They lost to the Red Sox in the ALCS.
Yeah.
And then 2019, they were in the World Series again. 2020, they were in the ALCS again.
Red Sox
and this year they have the best record in the American League.
Red Sox had to pass the 103 win Yankees team though. Or 105 win?
100.
18? Oh, 162 because Red Sox had 100 and
Red Sox had 108 and then clapped us. We lost the division by 8 games and we had 100 wins.
Yeah.
Somebody had to know they was cheating. There's no way. There's no way.
The iPads were putting a lot of work, bro. That little 4x3 screen.
We were out of the division race in early September. That made no sense to me. That was wild.
But I mean, that's baseball. And again, dog, like the last 5 years, if I'm looking at the Yankees from the last 5 years, I understand the Astros are there and they're competitors. But again, we won more games in 2018. We won more games in 18 and 19 than the Astros.
No, they won more than us in 2018.
We had 118.
I think they had 104 wins in 2018 and we had 100. The Red Sox had 108.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, the Astros have been better than us, bro. It's just that
they had 103.
They cheated.
They had 103. They had a better record than us in 2018. In 2019, I think we had a better record, though. We had 103 wins in 2019. Yeah.
I think they still had one more than us. I think
Jesus
they had 104.
Christ, they had 107.
I'm telling you, they were better than us. It's just that they cheated,
Shane,
so no one takes it seriously.
It's been hard to look at this Yankees team since March 31st every year. Let me go back to my point about this past 2 weeks, this past 2 series, because I was ready to give up on the Yankees after that Red Sox sweep. I was saying, man, I don't know what to make of this team. I don't know what to make of this. Hitting-wise, they can't find a streak. And we've been saying that since April 8th, after the first week of the season. It was going to be a tough one because they couldn't find a hitting streak. No one was hot. We got Judge back, and back meaning he's hitting again. He's looking like the best right fielder in baseball again. He's kind of died out in the last week or so, but he's still there.
Horrible. Other than today?
Today he went 3 for 3 with 2 walks, almost hit for the cycle actually today. But
people were like, "Yo, Judge has been amazing." Da 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 da, and I was like, he might be a presence, but if you look at his numbers, I've been for the last 3 days, I was thinking to myself, Judge has been sitting on 15 home runs and 35 RBIs for about 2 weeks now. And I'm like, no one's thinking it. Nobody realizes because the Yankees as a whole have been playing very well. Yeah. But Judge has been sitting on 15 home runs and 35 RBIs for a very long time.
As a whole this season, have they been playing pretty well?
No, I'm talking about just the last 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, they're 7-3 in the last 10 games. The last 2 weeks, they've got... Is that 8 wins? 7 wins, 2 losses? No. Oh, no. Last 2 weeks is 7 wins, 5 losses. But even still, that sweep from the Phillies sucked. Especially because the first game we lost on a toe walk-off. I think he scored Didi. And then we lost 7-0 to Philly.
Didi knocked in toe. Because I remember Perez crossing home plate and I was pissed. Or was it something else? I could be, but honestly, I didn't watch those 2 games.
Regardless,
every game we were down 5-0 in the first inning, and I was like, I'm out of town. I'm not gonna sit here watching this on my phone.
I feel like, we took 2 of 3 from Minnesota in the smack middle of that, but I think we hit 4th place right after that series with the Phillies, and things started to really look bad. We were 33-32, and then we go to Toronto. Oh, okay. So we're about to hit 500 ball, and this is at this point I'm not tuned into the Yankees. One, because we sucked the last week or so, and two, because I'm on vacation. But I get back and I look back at all the game casts, all the scores I missed, and I see they did really well against Toronto. Shocker to me, because Toronto, who I think is fighting for a wild card spot this season against Tampa, is probably going to have a field day with us. And we won actually 3 very close games. Chapman closed out some really close games. And then I think Chad Green got the last one. What's that?
Well, we won the games because we had a triple play in one of them. So, of course, that
was the third of the year, right? Actually, no. The first game, I think we had the second of the year.
The second one.
And then on the last game, he ended the game on a triple play, I think, right?
That was different. So we had one like 2 weeks ago against the Twins, or 3 weeks ago against the Twins, and then we had one against the Blue Jays, and then we had one against the A's over the weekend.
The A's? No. It wasn't the Twins. It was Chicago. Chicago, Toronto, Oakland. Yeah, you're right.
So plays this season. In that series, what people don't realize is that yes, the Blue Jays offensively are amazing because you have Vlad, who's probably the AL MVP right now. If Shohei Ohtani keeps pitching the way he is and hitting the way he is, then he's MVP, of course. But Vladdy is pacing the field. He's the Triple Crown leader right now.
He's leading
an average. I think he might be one home run. I think he might be one home run off of the lead because Shohei just hit one yesterday. So I think it's 23-22.
They're like neck and neck,
But he's the Triple Crown leader. And if you win the Triple Crown, I don't care what the pitcher does, you're gonna win the MVP.
Yeah.
So because remember, Mike Trout had a better year than Miguel Cabrera, Miggy, in 2011 or whatever it was, 2012.
Yeah, when he won the Triple Crown.
Oh, but he won the Triple Crown, so he had a better year. Like no. But the reason Vladdy's going crazy, Bo Bichette's going crazy. You have Kevin Biggio, who's doing pretty well. Marcus Semien, who's
an all-star
in MLB The Show, was a Player of the Month card in MLB The Show. Check out my video ad. He's been going crazy. So you have all these guys going crazy. Mind you, they're doing this without George Springer. George Springer just came back yesterday. So
that's their leadoff.
So if you look at it, you're like, oh, they're elite offensively, yeah. But who's their pitching?
That's the other thing.
Robbie Ray? Yeah, good luck. Good luck going into the playoffs. Robbie Ray is your ace. Good luck.
The guy who killed the Yankees the other day, and he got into a fight with, who was it? He threw it to somebody. He was like Alex Manoah, something like that.
Oh, Manoah, yeah. His first start ever. Yeah. 7 shutty against the Yankees.
Yeah. That's how he does it.
I'm telling you, the Yankees are the get right now, team, bro. Yeah.
If you need a turnaround game, go play game 3. Play your third game of the series against the Yankees. I'll guarantee you'll probably have a good game.
Because even today, before you continue,
go ahead.
Mitch Keller, his last 3 starts, or is it Mitch or Brad? Whoever started today for the Royals, his last 3 starts, he gave up 5 home runs against Boston, I think, 6 home runs against the Twins, I think, and then the last start he gave up 5 home runs again. So he gave up 16 home runs in his last 3 starts. Comes against the Yankees. Aaron Judge takes him deep. Voit takes him deep. Yeah, we scored, but it was like we had to string together hits to score. Why? We're in Yankee Stadium. Take him deep and stop playing with your food. Take him deep. We should have scored 60 runs today. It should have been 30-3.
And it's actually crazy because, as of, I think this, if you count not yesterday's game, the 23rd against the Royals that we won, 6-5 Voit walk-off, I think we left 13 runners on base.
And guess who? As always, Clint Frazier. Glaber too. Glaber's been horrendous.
He had a golden sombrero.
But
Clint
Frazier?
Clint is notably very bad right now.
He doesn't play anymore.
Yeah. And then we wonder again.
He did hit a double. Did he hit a double in that game though? He did do something. He did something positive in this series.
2 nights ago, Yeah, last night he had a 2 RBI double. He did. He started off the game with that,
Yeah,
I think.
but it just feels
But
like every time Clint comes up, bases loaded, and he strikes out. And it's like, bro, you can't strike out every time with the bases loaded. You got
he's
to do something.
the least streaky hitter on the team. Like he can be either he can choose to either be streaky bad or streaky good. Well, he will hit terribly, especially with runners in scoring position, and then solo shot,
Yep.
double with nobody on base. It's like Clint,
I
you're
know we
seeing the
can't
same
send him
pitches.
down. We
No,
can't
you
send him
can't send him
down
He's and
because like
it's gonna be
it's gonna
so
mess with
annoying
his
to keep
head.
him on the bench. It's gonna be so annoying to keep him on the
Yeah,
bench because then you're
it's
gonna
gonna
get all
mess
the
with his
Clint heads.
head, but
I turned into a Clint head after a month. I'm like, bro, what happened to Clint Frazier? I don't see Clint Frazier for 2 weeks. And I'm
I
like,
know
bro,
that's true.
Clint hasn't
That's
played
true.
in like 3 years. Put Clint Frazier on the field. And of course, he's having like the worst season. He's hitting like 188 or something like that. He's hitting sub 200.
You know what I realized too?
What's that?
Hot take: we got to move Judge to left field. Put Clint right.
I liked your
I
take
think
from
I
the other
thought
day.
about
It
it.
was move him to center because he looks good in center.
No. Yeah, no. You can't put Judge in center for the whole year. His body will break down. Put Judge in left field. Put Clinton right. Get a center fielder. Put him in center. Because I'm looking at it now. Clint Frazier, when he plays left field, is the worst player in baseball. By far. Can't hit, can't field. He can't run. He doesn't make contact at all.
I
He's
think
the
the
worst
emphasis is
player in
the
baseball.
emphasis is on can't hit, and that's the worst aspect of it.
But
I know, like as
it's
a
worse
fielder,
because they're
he
playing
takes
Miguel
terrible
Andujar in
angles to the
left.
ball. I know he takes the worst angles to the ball. Miguel Andujar is looking like a better left fielder than him. One because
Another
of his
hot take. Another hot
because
take. He's gonna end up being
is it even
Ryan
a hot
Braun or
take?
Alex Gordon.
Oh, that's a hot take. Okay.
Third baseman that can't
Wow.
field. They move him to left field. Elite. Andujar's gonna be elite next year in left field. Don't be shocked if he messes around and win a Gold Glove,
I
because
always hated the idea of trading him too because I feel like he still he
he's the
was
best hitter on
so
the team.
valuable. He was so valuable. His bat was the best in 2018. Granted, he got what was that? No, he got geoed in 2019. So we couldn't bring him up. No, he was hurt in the beginning of the season though too.
Yeah,
In
tore his label.
2020,
He
it
missed
was
he missed all of 2019.
and
He
that's
tried
when,
to
so
come
he got
back and
geoed in
geos,
2020. But in
Yeah.
21, it's like, dude, the guy's back. He's got a hot bat, and he still has a hot bat. So you should be playing him a little more often. And if he can play left field,
He plays.
put him there.
Clint,
Stick him there.
over the past couple of days, Clint has been getting starts, but really it's been Andujar for the last 2-3 weeks. Like I was happy. I kept my mouth shut. I
When
didn't
he
want to say
starts,
anything
he's more
because I didn't want the
consistent.
Yankees to see
You should say
tweets talking
something.
about where's Clint. Keep him on the bench.
Yeah, that's what they don't want to see. When the Clint heads start asking, "Where's Clint?" You know the Yankees are gonna have to give in. They're like, "Fine, we'll give you. Our son is still here. Here, look,
telling
he
you.
lives here. He's 25 years old. He's still
They saw
raking
something
in."
because he played the last 2 games in right field and in left today.
Yeah, he hit that 2 RBI double yesterday, but today I think he went 1 for 3 with I think a single.
But
Scored a
back to
run,
my
though.
point.
Yeah,
What did he do that? In right field. You put him in
He didn't play
left.
right today?
He played right. He played right yesterday when he had the 2 RBI double.
Yeah. And
You
Judge
put him
was
back in
center
left field
yesterday.
today. He's lost in left field. He's striking out. It's like he has to play right field. And I've seen it enough. Aaron Judge can play anywhere. If you put Aaron Judge at shortstop, he'll still hit bombs for you. So, so put Aaron Judge anywhere. Or how about we do this? If we can't trade for a center fielder, we'll get into trades later. But if we can't trade for a center fielder, put Judge in center down the stretch. Put Stanton in left and put Clinton right. Let Andujar be the roamer. Because we need to open up the DH spot. We have to open up the DH spot. We have to.
Would you even consider bringing back Giancarlo Stanton into left field to rotate? Andujar at least.
He plays better when he's on the field, bro. He even said it. Yes, he gets hurt.
He's actually
he gets hurt.
Yeah, he does get hurt. Like, but even as a DH right now, he's not even hitting too bad. I think he's like the second or third best hitter on the team.
Giancarlo's a great hitter. He strikes out way too much.
Well, the strikeouts aren't even the problem. It's that he hits 115 mile per hour baseballs right to first base or third base,
and they get through.
When they don't, then people start to notice because he goes like 0 for 5, 0 for 6, like with strike ground outs. But if he hits the ball in the air, it's gone. That's
If he
the
hits the
one plus of
ball
Giancarlo
on the
Stanton.
ground, you have half the time to think about it. So that's how it gets through. He's been all year when Stanton was hitting the cover off the ball right before he went on the IL like
This
3
season,
weeks
yeah.
ago. What was he doing? It wasn't home runs. He would hit a home run like every game, don't get me wrong, but the other 3 hits he would have in each game, because he was going like 3 for 5, 4 for 5 every game. What was he doing? Single in the 5 hole, single in the 4 hole, single up the middle. He was just hitting him 220 miles an
He
hour. So
was
you don't have
getting
time to
on
field it.
base. Yeah, he was getting on base for us in the last 2 weeks. And honestly, shout out to him because he's actually been one of the more consistent people, I think,
Yeah.
in the last month since he's come back from that injury.
Other
I think in the
than
last month.
other than when he
Yeah.
was injured, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, Yankees have turned it around. They have the best record in the last 10 games of all the AL East teams right now. Again, a lot of those AL East teams are like fighting for their lives. Rays,
And they're beating
Red
up on each other.
Sox. Yeah, the Rays and Red Sox as of late. Toronto's been kind of slipping. Again, they don't have pitching. Baltimore's not in the face of things. Yankees, let's talk about their next couple games. They're off to – no, they're not. They play tomorrow. They play at Boston this weekend. Obviously, looking to turn that around against a team that swept us in the last 3 games we saw them. But always good matchups we're definitely looking for. I think the Yankees are coming in a lot hotter team. 3 games, Shane.
A full team. That is the biggest thing. Our team is full.
The bottom 3. The bottom 3 in the lineup are what are what's going to make the difference, because the top 6 are hitting, and if any of the bottom 3 can get on base, walks, anything.
I wanna agree with you, but I can't, because I don't know what Gio's gonna look like.
I think he's day to day still.
Yeah. Because if Gio's in the lineup and you push Gleyber down to 7, our top 6 are hitters.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you keep Gleyber up there. That's not going to help you out in the top 6.
Gleyber right now is a liability. Like he's been amazing defensively, but that guy cannot hit off a tee right now. I could probably go make more contact than what he's doing lately.
All you got to do, if you get 10 pitches, you just got to hit 2 of them. If you just got to hit 2 of them, you'll be just as good as Gleyber Torres.
Better than him. He's been like 1 for 40 in his last 10 games. He's been horrible.
The last 10, you've probably been better than him. Yeah. On the season, he's hitting like 201, which is, again, Gleyber, come on, bro. 280.
2 weeks ago, he was hitting 270.
Yeah. No, he shot down. He hasn't seen. He can't even sniff the baseball right now. He doesn't even know what the baseball looks like. He was actually
our best contact hitter all of May. In the last 2 weeks, he's done nothing.
We were talking about him like 2 episodes ago.
Yep.
Let's get Gleyber hot. Gleyber's been hot. I can't wait to see Gleyber. Nope.
Gary Sanchez took his ability.
They can play hot potato with it for a while. I don't really care, as long as somebody's getting on base, bro. If it's Gary Sanchez, he's hitting moon shots. I like to see that. And because he's one of the only catchers that actually hits in baseball, more power to him.
Once again, I want to agree with you. But if Gary's not good, he's still better than majority of the catchers in MLB.
No, I'm not saying that.
If Gleyber is not good, we have to play Tyler Wade, and Tyler Wade is horrible.
Bad.
Tyler Wade is horrible at baseball.
He had a bunt today, I think, that went straight to the pitcher.
It's like
full speed. He's like, why do I have full speed? I know you're the fastest dude on the team, but bro, like, you getting thrown out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's hard, right, bro. It's hard to watch.
Let's take an outlook on the Yankees series up until the All-Star break. We got Boston 3 games, Angels 4 games right after that. Mets 3 games.
Pitch any of those?
Yes, sir. Game 3 Wednesday.
Yesterday. Oh man, that's good.
Against Herman, opposite Herman. I mean, and then we get the Mets 3 games the following week, next week. Seattle after that, and Houston right before the All-Star break, 3 games. So in total, that's, let's say, 16 games? Yeah, 16 games before the All-Star break. Can we go 16-0? Absolutely not.
Absolutely. We're doing it. We're going 16-0.
The hottest take of the hottest take of all year. Like,
imagine what it would be like to go 16-0.
I would not hear any other argument
Oh,
other than we're taking the World Series this year.
and,
If we went
and we're about
16
to
and
be
0,
full capacity soon in Yankee Stadium. Oh man,
they're gonna have to
we'd
shut
start
capacity
earthquakes.
down again. They're gonna have
We
to
would
shut
start
capacity down.
earthquakes.
The Bronx would be booming.
And you don't need a COVID test. People are about to show up. They're about to go crazy.
They have cookouts in the judges' chambers and the bleacher creatures like
Oh
double
man,
in
that
size,
is
triple in
honestly
size.
my dream. I
Yankees
can
playoff
never
baseball is
get
something
bleacher
different.
creature tickets, bro.
I
I
think you gotta
always
jump
end
on
up
those early.
far. Yeah,
You gotta
you
jump on
have
those
to because
early.
they're cheap. Because you have it's you. There's no back, so you're sitting. You're just
Yeah.
standing
Oh,
up
and you don't
basically.
sit. Yeah, you stand up the entire game.
Yeah,
If you're a bleacher creature, you stand up the entire game. You don't do the wave. You have to do the roll call. If you don't follow the traditions, they're gonna boot you from there too.
yeah,
They're gonna be
they're
like,
with you.
"Go,
But that's
go
my
get a
dream.
400 seat."
And I wanna yell at Judge one of them questions. Right hand this, left hand
Oh
this,
yeah.
and see what he does. Oh man, I want to do it so bad, bro.
Shane, let's look at Boston by themselves. How do you think? I think that's gonna be. I know Houston's there, but the one that means the most to us is going to Boston after they just swept us. How do you think that's gonna fare for us this weekend? We
Uh,
got
Eddie,
Herman, Montgomery, and Cole to finish off.
Eddie, Ed, Eddie Rodriguez
Yeah,
pitches
against Cole,
Friday.
opposite Cole, Sunday.
I thought he pitches Friday. Who pitches Friday?
Tomorrow, that's Perez. Perez.
Oh, that's who I meant. Isn't his first name Eddie or Martin?
Martin. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Eddie's
Eddie Perez.
Rodriguez. No, Martinez Perez. But
Okay, so he's pitching Friday.
yeah,
He can get crushed, especially with Voit back. Give us some more length. He can and should get crushed. The issue is, you said Herman is pitching Friday?
Yeah.
Herman chooses when he wants to be good. And if that's the day that he says, you know what, I'm going to take the Red Sox series off, we could get crushed because the Red Sox are elite, especially their 3-4-5 of Bogarts, Devers, and Martinez.
JD.
I don't know what order they're hitting, and I think it's Bogarts 3, no, JD 3, Bogarts 4, and Devers 5. But that 3-4-5 might be the best 3-4-5 in baseball. They're not the scariest 3-4-5, but I think they're the best 3-4-5 in baseball. We have the scariest 3-4-5 of Judge, Sanchez, and Stanton.
Right now.
No, not Judge. Sanchez,
that's 2-3-4,
Stanton, and Voit. That 3-4-5, I don't know if I'll be able to pitch them. Like, yes, of course, they have their weaknesses, but at their best, you're not getting.
If you could throw a slider low and away, you'd probably be able to pitch him. Exactly. Just that, though.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it depends on. If Herman decides I'm gonna be good today, we have a shot. Because Cole and Eddie Rodriguez, Cole's the better pitcher. And we should be doing well. Especially with no sticky stuff. Cole's pitching longer with no sticky stuff because he's not trying to strike everybody out. He's just trying to get ground balls. I think he's had less than 7 strikeouts in 2 straight starts. So, but he's gone 8 innings and 7 in a third, I think. Like, Cole wasn't doing it. He was doing it before, but not as often.
And I think at like this point in baseball, like you're getting towards the All-Star break, you don't see a lot of pitchers anyway, just going like the full length anyway now.
Exactly.
More like saving your gas for the stretch into the summer, start of the fall. I think that game 2 is going to be a huge game. It's televised on Fox, so that should be cool. Herman Perez is going to be a tough matchup just because of Herman. Yeah, it's usually the Sunday night one, but I think they've got Cubs, Dodgers. They wanted to highlight.
And because we're playing the Mets the week after, and that's an ESPN
so we're gonna
game, so they don't want to do both. Yeah.
And then game 2 is Montgomery Eovaldi, and Eovaldi has really taken the Yankees to the cleaners in the past, and because it's because it's Monty, and Monty hasn't really seen the Red Sox, and I don't think he pitched the last series, did he? No, I think he did. It might have been, no, it was King was one of them. Herman was another one.
Herman and Cole.
And Tyon, or Cole was the last one?
I think Cole pitched the Saturday game.
He might have.
That's why everybody was upset that we lost, because like, bro, Cole's on the mound. How are we losing?
Did they blow a Cole game? I think I remember them blowing it.
Yeah, bro.
I remember a lot
Cole,
of Cole
games. You know Cole's win-loss record right now?
He's like
I think
He's
he's
like
like
8-3 with like 5 no decisions, right?
I think he's 6-3, which is like, bro, we should be 11-0. How are we even losing at all with
Those
him on
3
the
losses should
back?
not have been losses for sure. Every time he's lost this season, it's been why did we lose that Cole game?
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
pitched two, like he gave up. The only game we deserved to lose was the Texas game because he gave up like 5 runs that game.
That
So
was
it
a
makes
bad
sense.
Cole game, yeah.
Yeah, but every
Odd
other game is
showing.
like 2 runs, 3 runs, and we're down
He is
3-1.
8-3 right now though.
Okay.
He's got 8 wins under his belt, but even still, those 3 losses burn. He's got to get one in Boston. He has to. And then I'm saying that game 2 with Montgomery and Eovaldi is going to be tough. It could be a real momentum swing. The Yankees lose that game, they could get swept again. Mostly because
We're
I
winning
feel
Friday
like
night.
they're going to take advantage. You think Herman's going to show out
Yeah.
and the Yankees will have the bats ready?
Herman's elite when he wants to be, and he
Herman's
should want
good.
to be against the Red Sox.
He's been overall this season. I've liked his showing this season. He started off real bad, like the first 2 games he pitched, but he turned it around. He hasn't been terrible since. He had, I think, 1 or 2 bad games, bad starts, but I think the Yankees bats have kind of cleaned up for him. And again, that kind of rolls into what's going to happen this weekend. Is how hot are the Yankees bats going to be? Because it still seems pretty like whack-a-mole-ish about who's going to get hot this year every week. I don't know. Again, I think this is going to be one of the more pivotal series for the Yankees right before the All-Star break. I know we got Houston at the end, but that's right before the All-Star break, and some of those players are probably even going to just chill out. Probably not going to see Judge in that last game anyway. It's a weird start.
Wait. What series are you talking about?
In the Houston one, right before the All-Star break, it's usually just like they bring up a couple other guys and watch if he's hot too. Judge is gonna have a 4 or 5 game hitting streak.
We're seeing Judge.
Boone's gonna be like, all right, Judge, you're good. You can take a seat.
He's played like 3 weeks in a row. Judge is not sitting anytime soon, especially if the Astros are still hot.
Just wait until Judge gets real hot. Boone's gonna be like,
Judge
bro,
is hot now.
Awesome
3 for 3, 2 walks
in 1 game.
Homer, double, single. Judge is hot now. That's all we need to see. He had 1 game.
Let's see him do it against Boston. I want him to be hot for the rest of the next 16 games. I want him to go 16-0, Shane. Said it before. 16-0. I want to see it.
Realistically.
Just so I can. What's
the next series after that? Because I want to see who we're playing. You said it. It's Red Sox, Angels,
and then Mets. Angels and Mets are 7 straight games at home.
So you said.
I think the Boston series we split. Not split evenly, but like 2-1 or 1-2. We lose one of those games at least. The Angels, we got Herman against Ohtani.
We should go 3-1.
I think we can go 3-1. I think we could go 4-0 if the Yankees bring the bats. If they're ready to hit.
Ohtani is just so freaking good when
he's disgusting, I know, but the Angels don't have any hitting. We could win that game 1-0.
Rendon, Jared Walsh.
We could win that game 1-0.
Don't be alarmed. Justin Upton is a beast again.
Is he?
Don't be alarmed. Yes, because he's been horrible the last 3 years. Like, he has pop, but he's been hitting this year. So their lineup, if Trout was healthy, is actually good. But Trout is not healthy. So they have Ohtani, who's going to pitch and hit because it's in Yankee Stadium. They're going to definitely make him hit. So then you have him hitting. You have Jared Walsh, who's, they got rid of Pujols. That just shows you he's amazing. Then you have the 2-strike demon in David Fletcher, who almost never strikes out. I mean, he's probably a better hitter with 2 strikes than he is without. And then you have Jose Iglesias, who, shortstop, wizard. Rendon. Come on, their team is nice. It's just they have no pitching.
So they've got names. As of late, the bats have not been hot, though. It's been Walsh and Ohtani, yes. And Walsh has scored because of Ohtani. But other than that, they lose games 9-2, and that's pitching wise. But they don't swing the bats as well as their names should. I think we can.
But we're still the get right team, bro. We're still the get right team. The Royals have been horrible.
I'm not gonna be mad. I know. We lose to bad teams. Also, that's the other thing is that we really just let bad teams take it to us. And some of the better teams, we can take it to those better teams. There's always
We
one game
swept the
we
White
slip up.
Sox. We won 2 out of 3 against the Astros. We won
And the
2 out of 3
Twins and the
against
A's.
the Twins. We won. Twins are bad though, but we won 2 out of 3 against the
Yeah.
A's. We got swept by the Red Sox, yeah, but we got swept by the Rays. But in terms of like every other good team in baseball, we've either swept them or taken 2 out of 3. So
Yeah.
we play the good teams
It's
very
the bad
well. And
teams.
even the Red
It's the bad
Sox, we
teams.
should have won 2 of those 3 games. We
I
were
think we would have
leading
won
in 2 of
one.
those 3 games late in the
I
game.
think we won one. We could have won one of those games because I think the other two we lost like 9-4,
The
9-2,
last game of the
7-0 or something like
series
that.
was the bad call on Odor when the ball was 8 inches outside and the umpire was like, strike 3.
Oh yeah.
And then we had to go to extras, and then the Red Sox
Yeah,
won
that was the
extra.
extra inning game.
That was it. Because if he got walked there, I think it was bases loaded or the second and third. He got
It was
walked there,
bases,
extend the inning.
bases loaded.
We would have won. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, 4 games against the Angels, 3-1. I could see it. I don't want us to split that series. If we split that series, it would be just another Yankees like boring. I don't even know what to. Dude, I think like the last like 3-4 series we've played, Yankees have overall played like a measly, like mediocre win loss like type of baseball. Like, all right, we'll win 2 games, we'll lose the last one. I mean, that's been their whole ordeal this whole season. Is that they can't really sweep teams. If they sweep a team, it's a shocker. They're like, oh my god, like
they don't want to sweep teams because you win the
they
first
need
2
it.
games of the series and then you sit everyone that's been hot. How many times did we win the first 2 games of the series like 2-1, 3-1, and then
Yeah,
the
and then we
last
see
game of the
Gary
series,
go out,
Judge is
then we see
out,
Judge is out.
Gary's
Yeah,
sitting, and it's
yeah.
like, bro,
It happens
what
every
are you
time. And
doing? Odor is batting third, and it's like, bro, you don't want to win this game. You clearly don't want to.
at that
win
point,
this game.
it's literally just like, what are we like?
What are we doing here?
I know if you listen theoretically on paper, if you win 2 out of 3 games in every series you play, you should win more than 90 games, right? Because you play that
Yeah.
many series. But for the Yankees, it just never ends up being that way. Because you got those 4-game series and you got those 3-game stretches away that they either get swept, they split, and there's always the division games that they never seem. They can't sweep a division team. I don't think they've done it this year.
Easily be in first place right now
On paper, March 31st.
because we should have
have 150 wins.
No, we should have swept. We should have swept the Tigers.
Sure.
So that gives us 3 extra wins. So now we're only a game and a half behind the Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
We should have took 1 from the Red Sox. That puts us a half game back.
Yeah.
And then we should have won. We should have won
the first game against Texas to sweep them.
What
That's
game
at least
was
one
it?
more win.
Well, that one is up in the air because at that time everybody in Texas was hitting. Everybody.
That was
Like,
the Cole.
they
game.
got
that was at one point
Yeah.
in the Cole game though. He lost to 4-0.
And then what other game did we lose recently that I was like, how did we lose this game?
You could say the Boston game or the one you already said that. How about the first Philly game that we lost in 10? We lost 8-7.
Both of those
we literally
Philly
came
games.
back.
Like, yes, I understand they're good.
The second Philly game
why
we
are
lost
we
7-0. That first
that's
game
what I'm saying.
we literally
Why
came
are we
back and
giving
tied
up
at 7-7.
6 runs in the first inning? Like,
yeah, I know.
That deflates you. And with the team that was bad at the time,
yeah,
you're not gonna come back from 4-0, much less 6-0, 7-0. So the second
and they
game,
had done it the day before. They had done it the day before, but 2 times in a row, you're kicking yourself.
Too much.
Yeah.
Especially when that second game you're playing Odor, you're playing, you're not playing Stanton because Stanton couldn't play the field. Now
you got Wade
ramped up,
pinch running, and then taking the field in the 7th and 8th because maybe he'll score on a liner into the gap. But of course, if everyone's striking out after him, what's the big idea, right?
What's the point?
It's not going to happen. All right, so look, Yankees before the All-Star break, they got 16 more games. That's 4 series, 2 tough series, more specifically against Boston and Houston. They've got a good series against New York. I'm sure if the Mets, get healthy again, maybe, we got a bit of a series. They're coming with some injuries. Angels 4 games and Seattle away, but those are the more winnable games of the series. Of the next 4 series, I'd say. That's before the All-Star break. Shane, you wanted to talk trades real quick? Any trades?
I want to. What before we get there? What's a realistic win-loss record? So I think they'll go 2-1 against the Red Sox because we've been hitting, right?
Yeah.
So that's 2-1. Then I expect 3-1 against the Angels because you don't sweep 4-game series. It's very hard to do.
It's
You're
hard.
gonna lose one of those games, so you might as well lose the one against Otani because why not?
I hate that.
If we lose against one of them bums that they're gonna throw against us, I'm gonna be tight. If we lose against Otani, okay, it's whatever.
That's what I would hate about the split. Is literally nobody else on that team is literally going to challenge the Yankees hitters. Otani.
So right now we're
challenge the
5-2.
Yeah,
5-2. Then you have
Mets, Seattle, Houston, 3 games each.
Mets can't score to save their lives,
Unless
but knowing the
Lindor hits
Mets,
a home run.
exactly. But knowing the Mets, DeGrom is going to pitch one of those games, and we'll probably get no hit. So
No, he's not. He's not.
he's not signed up. He's not lined up.
Not allowed. We got Peterson, Eichhoff, and Stroman who just got hurt. So actually,
no, Stroman's going to pitch. They said there was nothing wrong with him.
Oh really?
So
okay,
yeah.
So he's good. It was like a hip thing. I think it was
a hip strain, and he's not going to be out long.
Right.
So
he's a tough guy.
Okay, so let's say 2-1 because if I lose to Stroman, I won't be upset. No, so right now we're 7-3, huh?
That's the ESPN game. It's all right.
Oh, if it's ESPN, we'll probably win the game then.
Sunday Night Baseball.
So we'll probably lose to Peterson or something stupid. So,
that's the cold game, but all right, fine.
Okay, then who pitches that?
It'll be in the middle. It would actually, the middle would make sense. July 3rd, that's Michael King.
Michael King is who?
Give up 4 Eichhoff.
No, we're not losing.
Michael King gives up 4 runs in the first inning, and unfortunately, the Yankees decide it's an off day. So after going 3-1 against the Angels and 2-1 against Boston, there's the logic in that. Again, I think we should be able to sweep the Mets. I'd like to see us go 3-1 against the Angels. I'd like to 2-1 against Boston.
Sweeping is hard. So let's go 2-1.
We have to do it. We gotta have a win mindset going before this All-Star break. You want to send a message?
You know the Yankees are going
to
sit
send
somebody.
a message,
especially that ESPN game. Higgy, I know you caught Friday, and Gary Sanchez is the best hitter in baseball right now. Higgy, you're going to catch again.
Let it be A-Rod to make the point that why are the Yankees playing Gary Sanchez? You know, like he's been hot as of late, and I like my Dominican guys, Gary Sanchez. Well, thanks, A-Rod. Thanks for the input. Seattle.
That's what are we at? 7-3, right?
Yeah.
Seattle, we should sweep them. It won't happen because it's on the road, but we should sweep them.
Cut us some slack, but I know, yeah.
It's on the road, bro. You know how far that travel is? That's 3,000 miles. We're not sweeping them.
That's two 10 p.m. games, too. So
exactly. You know how tired they're going to be? So let's say...
And it's in a row.
I'm going to say sweep because I think we really could sweep them. So that put... I'm not going to say sweep because the Yankees don't sweep. That's unheard of. We swept the Blue Jays because that's a division rival.
2 weeks ago.
They don't care about the Mariners. I'm telling you, they did against Toronto because it's a division rival. They don't care about the Mariners.
They hardly do that. It's a division rival too. Dude, keep going.
So what is that? We're at.
Is that a sweep? Is that a sweep? That's 10-3.
I'm not going to say sweep. So I'm going to say
9-4, Shane.
9-4.
Then we get
right?
Houston.
We get Houston for 3.
You got a problem.
It depends because the last time we played them, are we on the road or are we at home?
We're on the road.
Man,
we went 2-1 at home.
Man.
We don't get to bang trash cans anymore.
Houston is good at home.
They're 11-0 in their last. They're 11-0 in the last 11.
To be honest with you, I think we lose 2 of those games.
Yeah, I can see that. So wait,
Cole's
did you
not
say
pitching
sweep?
at all.
No, you didn't say sweep. So 9-4. No, Cole might catch the last game. He might catch the last game.
It depends. If he's lined up to pitch the Yankees don't care. He'll probably pitch the last game. So the Sunday game.
It's either second to last or the last game. Even so, he still have 2 or 3 days in between before the All-Star game. Because I think the All-Star game's on the Wednesday? Is that the July 14th?
The Tuesday, I think.
Oh, really? Wow.
Monday's Home Run Derby. Tuesdays, All-Star game. All-Star? Wednesday and Thursday off days, and on Fridays they come back.
Yeah. All right. So in 2 of 3, or they get swept?
No, we're not getting swept. We're gonna win one of those games. It might be the Cole game.
All right.
So yeah. So
if it's the Cole game, they definitely got buzzers. I want the umpires to do buzzer checks. Buzzer checks. Take off. Everything. Every article
Oh
you got on right now.
man.
We looking for buzzers, not
You
tar.
saw Sergio Romo when he got checked for sticky stuff. He almost stripped,
Took
and
off,
everybody was like,
he took
everybody
off
was laughing.
everything. But
I was like, bro,
come on, bro. That's a whole nother thing. We gotta have a whole separate episode about that. In 2
he's
weeks,
that guy.
when all this blows up in Manfred's face, we're gonna talk about that. The
Manfred,
umpires
it's going
checking.
well. I'm like, it's going well. Every
Everyone
pitcher
hates
in
it.
baseball says they hate it.
Everyone hates it. It's the worst thing to happen to baseball right now. Oh, it's going well. We like it. All right,
10
so
and
you're
6.
saying 10. That's a sweep. You said we're winning one.
No, 10 and 6.
Oh, so we're getting swept. Okay, so 10 and 6.
No, we're not getting swept. Remember, we were 9 and 4 going into that series. 10 and 6. We were going to win 1 of 3.
Was that 9 and 4 for 13? Yeah. All
Hey,
right.
everybody's going to be thinking about the All-Star break. We're not winning that series, bro. There's no shot. We're going to win 1 of the
3. The 2 of 3 losing to Houston, I definitely see that. Just because of how hot Houston is right now. I think we lose 1 in Seattle. One of them being a 10 p.m. game, and because Seattle right now, for some reason, is hot. The bats are hot. And we're not going to get cold in one of those games. I think we sweep the Mets because the Mets have injuries. And I know it's going to be tough because it's the Mets.
They're coming back. Conforto came back already.
And PR and VR, I think, are both back too. And they got another guy, right?
No, VR just got hurt, but Pilar's back.
Pilar's back, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing with the LeBron mask.
Yeah, he's got
still running like a madman, hitting into the fences.
Diving and smacking his face on the ground before he catches balls. All right, so 2 of 3 from Houston we lose. We lose 1 in Seattle. We sweep the Mets. We go 3-1 in LA versus LA.
I think we have more of a chance of sweeping Seattle than we have of sweeping the Mets.
Shane?
Switch it. Trust me, switch it.
No.
We're gonna go 2-1 against the Mets, and we're gonna sweep Seattle. I'd rather you say that.
We sweep the Mets and we go 2-1 in Seattle. We play the Mets first. If we sweep the Mets and lose 1 in Seattle, logically for the Yankees would make sense.
One of the games,
the Yankees sweep when they get absolutely shelled in previous games.
And the Mets wake up to play the Yankees, bro. I don't think we get swept.
They got injuries. I don't know. I mean, it's another week from now.
God forbid Glaber's hot. Lindor is gonna go crazy. Best shortstop in New York. That's me, and he's gonna go nuts. So
yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, Lindor. 3-1 in the Angels, 2-1 in Boston. So let's see. Quick maths right now. 5-2 for the first. 8-2 after Mets, 10-3 after Seattle, 11-5. But we switched our sweeps. I say sweep Mets. You say sweep Seattle.
No, I don't. Nobody's sweeping. That's what you said. I think we're going. 10
you said also. I said, but you said 9-4. Then Houston, 2-1. No, 1-2. Oh, that's right. Okay, so hold on. I got Boston 2-1, Angels 3-1. That's 5-2.
That's 5-2.
Sweep Mets. That's 8-2.
8-2.
2-1 against Seattle. That's 10-3.
That's 10-3, and then
1. Okay, so 11-5, and you got 10-6.
And I'm 10-6.
All right.
So I think
you got no sweeps, and I got 1 sweep. Okay, all right. I mean, look, fairly even stuff. 11-5, 10-6.
I want to go.
I think we're getting a sweep in the middle of there, and I like our lineup against the Mets right now. If the Mets are healthy, fully healthy, it's probably going to go your way than mine. But an injured Mets team versus Cole, and then we got King, but Yankees bats are hot, and then Tyone, who's been not bad in the last 3-4 starts he's had. I think we got a decent.
That game's at Yankee Stadium, right?
Yeah, they're all at Yankee Stadium.
Okay, yeah, we're chilling then. Tyone's amazing at Yankee Stadium. He's horrible on the road. His ERA is under 3 at Yankee Stadium, I think, but on the road it's 6.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think he started off really bad too, and that probably hurts his ERA anyway on the road. All right, so look, that's a good outlook, I think, either way for the Yankees. If we can go positive, I think it's a win regardless. We're already above 500 right now. And just honestly, I think before the All-Star break, if you can even set a good example, leave some momentum for you to come back to after the All-Star break. We don't have any guys in the Derby, right?
No, hopefully not.
Every time we get a Yankee in the Derby,
Jesus
they
Christ.
go cold for the next month.
The
next month they go cold. Judge
Remember
won the
Bobby,
the Derby.
Who was it?
Who was that? Was that rookie year, Judge?
2017,
17?
yeah.
He got cold from end of
No, he
July
didn't.
into
He
early
actually didn't
August.
get cold.
Wait, no, he picked up in
They
August and he hit a
no,
ton of
they
home
found out.
runs.
They found out he had a some muscle issue in his shoulder,
Oh no, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
he
It was the
wasn't
shoulder
cold. He
issue.
just couldn't. He didn't have the bat speed to get the bat around.
And then it was what 2 years ago Gary Sanchez got in, or like 2018,
I think so. And
and then he
literally ever since then,
ever since then,
like
not even the end of the season,
not
he
even
was like old for 2 years after
no,
that.
ever since then he's been bad.
They kept him in the
The only
frozen
person
aisle,
that
bro.
the only person that did the home run derby and was pretty good after was Robbie Cano, and even he wasn't that good. Like 2015, he was still pretty trash. No, not 2015, 2013,
2013.
I think.
Yeah.
He was still bad, but then he got his big contract. Yeah.
Went to Seattle. Do you remember that? We were in high school when Robbie Cano got traded. We were
He didn't get traded. They just didn't sign him. They went for Ellsbury.
Oh,
Imagine
it was the
that.
offseason? Yeah.
Imagine going for Ellsbury instead of Cano.
Well, I mean, if you look at it like 7 years in the future, you look back on that, you probably want to go to Yankee Stadium and blow up the place.
That was probably one of the worst
that,
decisions they've ever made. Like, actually, no, because Cano got caught doing steroids like 8 times.
That was the other backhand.
But
It was bad
play.
either way. It was basically like Ellsbury took steroids every year because he was not eligible to play. He had injuries and just wasn't baseball ready. By the time he was ready in 2017, he was just not a baseball player anymore. He was literally just a guy. Just a guy. He could have picked anybody in row 3.
He got at bats, and that's why we didn't make the World Series. He got at bats in 2017. It's like, what are we doing here?
He got at bats in place of
it was him.
Who was that?
Chase Headley.
No, who's the DH that year? Was Matt Holliday?
Matt Holliday, yeah. No, Matt Holliday was 2019. 2017.
No, who's our DH that year? 17. It was an old dude, bro. I'm pretty sure he played on the Cardinals. You sure that's not?
Was it Matt? No, I thought Matt Holliday was 2019 because him and Gardner had the home run race and they both ended at 27. And that had to be 2019 because that was a juice ball year. And Gardner's not hitting 27 home runs in any year, and he hit 27 in 19.
No, it was 17.
Gardner?
Yeah, it was 17. It was 17 when Holliday was on the Yankees.
Then what was the whole home run race? Was it first to 20 or something like that?
That was, I think, 19. That was the year we had like 300 home runs hit, right? We broke the record for home runs hit in the season.
No, it was 17 because remember we basically got rid of Holliday and Castro to get Stanton in 18. Yeah, that's what they justified it because they're like, we're basically just replacing the
opening
two guys
up the DH spot and trading Starling, who's a future star, quote unquote, for literally the largest contract in baseball at the time, and it worked out for us. What brought about this, Shane? Why did we come back to this point in 2017? Let's backtrack.
Well, no, we were just talking about people joining the home run derby being horrible, and we talking about how Ellsbury was a horrible. Yeah,
there it is. Yeah. See, I like these moments. We just
go off. I like going like this is like a talking episode.
Yeah,
we're not really talking about anything.
It's been 2 weeks.
Just chatting. Yeah,
we haven't talked Yanks in 2 weeks.
Who's a trade target?
There you go. What's that? They got dude in Arizona who's a center fielder. Is that Marte?
Oh, Marte. Ketel Marte?
Yeah. He's got a pretty decent bat. Is he a lefty too? I think he was in talks. He's a switch. I mean, he's
only played like 20 games this year, but he's batting like 390. Like he's going.
If he ends up like 2018, 2019 Aaron Hicks, I can't be mad. But obviously,
the
Yankees have to even make calls for
2019 Ketel Marte.
Then
going to have the
no. He was a name.
Baseball.
He was a name. He was a name. Salud, my brother.
Thank you.
That was the one name that I was hearing for the Yankees in terms of an outfielder. I don't know too many other center fielders that are on the boards.
It's both Martes.
Starling
Ketel on the Diamondbacks and Starling Marte on the Marlins, because as I warned everybody, well, I was on the fence with the Marlins. I thought the Marlins would have been good but not amazing.
I thought they would have
because
been
they were
good
really
based on
good.
last year's, but yeah, they are at the bottom of the standings right
Yeah,
now. So
but
nope.
they said both Martes are an option, and then Reynolds on the Pirates. But Reynolds is somebody you can low key build around, so I don't think the Pirates are going to trade him.
My dad likes Greg Polanco, but he plays right field.
And he's also not that great of a defender. So
He's got a bat though, and he's a lefty.
yeah, but that's the thing. Just plugging in a lefty is not good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
but a
not good enough
lefty
for
in
me.
Yankee Stadium is always
Yeah, I get it, but
there's magnitude there. There's magnitude
like
there.
everyone's
It's
like trade for Winker, trade
oh
for
yeah, it's well, I
who
mean,
else
Winker is also like one of the best hitters in baseball right now, right?
against righties. He's
In
horrible against
baseball.
lefties. Yeah,
Oh well,
he's
I know his
probably the
average was
best
high.
hitter against righties this
Okay,
year.
all right.
But it's like that's all cool. That's all cool until you realize he's the worst defender in all of baseball.
Yeah,
Him
it's
and
gonna be
Clint are the bottom two fielders
great.
in all of baseball. No,
So
lie.
I can't wait to see your reaction when they got Clinton left and him in center,
No, it
and
would
then
be worse.
we're
It
playing.
would
No, I know.
be
I want to see
Winker
your
in left
reaction.
and Clinton center, and that's even scarier. That's even scarier because
And then we
Jesse
gotta
Winker's
play
not a
somebody
center
like,
fielder.
and then we gotta play somebody like the Toronto Blue Jays with like a ton of righties who are just hitting bombs to the outfield. It's gonna look like T-ball out there.
Or even worse, they'll put
Uh,
Judge in center and then
the
Clinton right,
corners get
and then you have
shafted.
Winker in left. You have the two worst outfielders in baseball on the corners, and then Judge having to cover the whole outfield by himself.
Oh man,
I'll tell you, he get hurt. He's gonna get hurt if they do that. So that let's
Judge, get
not.
on your horse. Get on
When
your
I saw him cover
horse.
that, remember he was drafted as a center fielder. He
Yeah,
played
yeah.
almost every game in the minors up until AAA in center field, and on top of that, he's probably the best defensive center fielder other than Gardner that we have in the whole system. He's
I think
better
he's
at
in the
center
two
field
spot
than
right now
Florial.
on
What
the
you say?
roster. I think he's in the two spot on the roster right now too, because they know that
Yeah,
Yankees. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think he's better. He might not be better long, like if he has to play every game in center field than Florial, because
No.
Florial is elite. But Judge is probably the best, one of the best fielding outfielders in all of baseball. It's him, Betts, Gallo, Bellinger, and then
And
the
then
the
Belly's up there.
defensive guys.
You said
Just the
Trout.
defensive guy. Trout's not that great defensively.
He covers a lot of ground though.
He covers ground, but he's not that great defensively. Like if you look at him, like his numbers, he's just
Yeah.
there. Like
Hmm.
there's
Yeah.
the S tier defenders in the outfield. Judge, Gallo,
Belly.
Betts, Belly, and you can say
Soto.
Soto is the worst fielder in all of baseball. Acuna, I
He's not
guess.
horrible out there.
No.
Oh, Acuna in left.
Soto is horrible. There's guys that play because they have elite bats, and those guys are
Well, yeah.
Soto, Yelich, who else? Winker. Those guys are the elite bats, horrible defensive guys. So yeah. But I think the two Martes, Reynolds is going to cost too much. Marte might even cost too much because 2019 he hit 40 home runs. And he can play center field, shortstop, and second base. So that's like the three hardest positions to play in baseball outside of catcher. So if you trade for Starlin Marte and it's like, oh, he's going to be our center fielder until Aaron Hicks gets back. And then he's going to be the guy, basically what DJ was to us in 2019, the guy who plays every position but plays every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just
think
gotta
about it
keep
like
rotating until like
exactly. But he doesn't like
so you
that
need
though.
a
That's the only
spot.
thing. He said it straight up.
Yeah.
I want to play one position.
He wants
I
to
don't
play
care where you
second
put
base,
me.
I think, because he played
No,
second base in
he
Colorado.
likes he likes center field. He said, I don't care where you put me, just put me there every day.
Wait,
I don't want to play
hold on. Who are you
second.
talking about again?
Ketel
DJ?
Marte.
Oh, I thought my fault. Yeah, okay, Ketel. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
He says I'm good, but I
Yeah.
would rather you just say center field and play center field every day, or second base and play second base every day. Don't move me around.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we're gonna have to.
I mean, and most of the good teams do that anyway. One of the best teams in baseball do that
Chris
all the time.
Bryant.
Dodgers do that all the time. Cubs do that all the time. The Rays did that eventually. Like they had to because they had to move guys
When
around.
I saw Joey Wendell playing shortstop, I was like, "What are we doing here?" And he's actually
No,
really good at shortstop too.
no, like they all got
What are
good
we doing
defensive
here?
guys. They've got a range. And at that point, middle infielders end up playing like the shallow outfield with the shift. So you might as well just end up
Did
moving
you
out there anyway.
see? You probably didn't see this.
Yeah,
Manny Machado in the shift was
yeah.
playing
I did see that.
short right field last night, and the
Was that even?
man
Would you even consider that short right field?
he almost made a diving catch on the warning track
I
in right
know.
field.
I saw the snapshot of it on Twitter. I was like, no, I said it was. I think Cut Four or tweeted about it, and it was like, there's a right fielder on the left side of this picture, and on the right side of this picture near the warning track making the
Is the
diving
third
catch.
baseman.
It's the third baseman of the San Diego Padres, Manny Machado. I was like, why
I
did
saw
I
it
mean
live.
shift obviously, but it's like why?
I was at the gym and
Yeah.
I'm on the treadmill. And I'm like, is that Manny Machado? Like, I'm there like, yo, is that Manny Machado running in right field? And I see him lay out and the ball's like close. And I'm like, did the third baseman almost make a diving catch
In right field.
in right field? I was like, no, this is ridiculous. And if they shifted the right way, the regular way, like
Yeah.
just move everybody over,
Yeah, you put the
Jake
second baseman
Cronenworth was
deep.
going to make that catch. And that is what's wrong with baseball. No infielder should be able to make a diving catch on the warning track. Not the foul warning track,
the outfield.
fair
No.
warning track.
It was fair, but like on that foul pole side. It wasn't like the back wall. But if at worst case scenario, the closest infielder to that should be your second baseman, and even that's a stretch because that's the right fielder's ball. The right fielder's territory is like deep second base to the wall. That's all his ground. He's got to cover that.
If they played regular defense,
no shift.
Will Myers is catching that ball easily, standing up without even struggling. But since they have Will Myers basically playing center field, and you have Manny Machado in the shift all the way in right field, of course he's going to be the closest one to that, and he had to die for that. He didn't make the catch, but the fact that he was even closer is ridiculous to me. It actually got me tight because all I'm thinking about right now is how Mark Teixeira went from a 300 career lifetime hitter to coming to the Yankees and hitting 240 because he has to hit the ball through the shift because he can't change how he hits now.
No.
Remember on Texas and Anaheim, he was a 300 career hitter with 30 bombs. That's why he got such a big contract from the Yankees. Just for him to turn into a 240 hitter. And that's why the Yankees never won anything other than the 09.
And the batter at that Manny Machado catch, that was who? Joey Gallo, right? They were playing Texas.
No, they played the Dodgers last night, and it was probably like Bellinger or something.
Oh, somebody who needed like that huge lefty. I was thinking
that's why it was like, what's it called?
Lefty needs your third baseman on the other side. Like in terms of defense, I guess he's your best defender in that side of the field or whatever. But no reason to really bring him across. Shane, I know we talked about the Yankees and trades, but we talked about defensive positions. Any pitching you want to see possibly being traded to the Yankees? Any relief help? Possibly need. We're getting Britton back.
No, Britton's been back.
He's gonna. Well, I mean, like back. Like he's actually gonna pitch like more outings. Like he doesn't come. out comes out like once a week.
Yeah, because he has dead arm. Yeah. He rushed back, so now his arm is a little dead. We're not gonna get any starters. We're not gonna get any starters because you already know what they're gonna do.
And I think Sevy
and Kluber are trade deadline acquisitions. Like, no, they're not. They're not.
Sevy had the setback, so it's going to be hard for him to come back soon. Kluber, I don't know what even happened to Kluber. He didn't even make news about
dead shoulder or something after his no-hitter.
Yeah. No, I mean,
so he's out for 2 months.
I was at that game where they pulled him. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't hear anything after that. Like, once he comes back, timeline.
They said it's going to take 2 months. He's going to come back in August. And then Sevy is probably going to come back before Kluber but the issue is people are going to expect Severino to come back throwing 102 miles an hour with a filthy changeup and slider. It's like, bro, he had Tommy John. He might be throwing 100 Don't get me wrong, because people usually come back throwing gas after Tommy John, but
Yeah.
he's not going to be Sevy until next year.
I don't even want him to throw over 100, bro. I want him to take it so slow. I
Nope.
want him to. I don't even want him back this year at this rate because if he's just
Throw
gonna come back,
gas.
if he's gonna come back and just blow out his arm again, what's that even
You
gonna
know what?
mean?
No, but that's the thing. The reason why they throw 102 is because their arm is so much stronger because you have the
It's
one
stronger because
super strong ligament
they have
and
more
then the rest of
ligaments.
the arm is
Yeah,
weak. Yeah.
it's
So,
the other arm that, and so they pull from the other arm to get
yeah.
into. It's a sick procedure. It's just like I don't know. I don't.
If it
I think
if it's
Sevi
up to me,
is a gem, and we need to kind of keep him, like ready,
if it's up to
ready when he
me,
needs to.
you know what I'm doing if it's up to me?
Was it?
You let Kluber come back as a starter. Go into the playoffs with Cole 1, Monty 2, Herman 3, Kluber 4 because it really should be Kluber 2, Monty 4. But when you miss 2 months with the shoulder injury and you're a starting pitcher who goes off of repeatable delivery
Yeah,
and it's your shoulder, he's not going to be as good. So they're not going to be afraid to burn him out because Kluber's not coming back. I wanted them to extend him, but that's dead now. They're not going to extend him now because he's going to miss 2 months. But
yeah.
have Kluber come back as the 4, put Sevy in the bullpen to be Johnny Laws 2.0. Come in throwing 100,
That wouldn't be bad.
basically a right-handed Garrett Crochet.
Now the other thing again
102 with a
is
nasty slider.
I understand the draw from that because you're not throwing him 5 innings at
Nope,
100 miles an hour.
that's the
You
whole
keep
point.
him, yeah, you keep him low inning count, low pitch count. That's fine. Knowing Sevy, he's gonna try and throw 150 in his 1 inning pitched. Then he's gonna end up blowing his arm out even worse.
No, he's not.
Obviously,
He's not.
not to wish him bad luck or anything. I think Yankees shouldn't call Sevy back up till at latest like the playoffs this year.
Nah,
One because
you
he's
gotta. You
got
have to
starters.
see what he can give you. You have to see what he can give you.
I understand like maybe end of the season, like September, maybe just
Nah,
go ahead and throw
as
him two
early as
games.
possible. If he's
You're already
ready now,
seeing what
bring him
he's
back.
got if you pitch him in the minors, and we already threw him in the minors and he got hurt again.
No,
He hurt the same
no? He
arm.
got, but that was because I think he slipped and pulled his groin. That doesn't count. He's not gonna slip on a major league mound like that.
He throw out his arm. They literally pulled him because I thought they threw out his arm.
No, he
He
pulled his
slipped on the
groin.
mound.
Grade 2 groin strain. That's what
I mean,
the
if that's the
setback was.
case, then
That's why I
it's
said
fine. I
bring
guess
him
his
back
arm
as
could be
fast
better.
as he can, as fast as he realistically
I
can.
know.
Don't
Yeah,
rush
yeah.
him,
I
but
need
bring him back.
Sevy to pitch for longevity. Like the next decade needs to be a
Yeah.
Yankees 1-2 punch of Cole Sevy. So I need him as safely like
How
prepared
many
as
years does he have
possible.
left on
He
his
doesn't have
contract?
a huge contract yet, but he's
I think he
past
has
like the
one
arbitration
year
period and
left.
everything.
He has
He's
one
got
year left on his
one or
contract.
two, something like that.
Remember, because they gave him that 4-year, $40 million contract in 2019, and then he missed 20. He pitched most of 2019. He missed all of 2020, and then he
Yeah.
missed. And now it's 2021 now. So I think 2022 is the last year of his contract. They're gonna sign him. They're gonna extend him because it's
Well,
Sevy.
hold on. You said 19. They gave him the contract. That would be 23.
Yeah. No, 19, 20, 21, 22 is a 4-year contract.
So they gave him an 18 to fulfill 19.
No,
20,
before the
21.
year. Before the year
So then
20.
They extended 3 years because he had 1 year for the 2019. They gave him the 2020, 21, and 22.
No, you know what
That's
it
full.
was? Arbitration. It was they
But
were
that's what I'm saying.
trying to avoid
He was
arbitration,
past.
so they gave
He
him a
was
4-year
past that
deal.
point, so they gave him the.
No. He was in
artist for it.
arbitration. They just wanted to avoid it, so they gave him a 4-year deal.
They gave him
So you bought
contract that he
out
negotiated on.
the
Yeah,
last 2 years of his arbitration because that would have put him at 2020, and
yeah.
then he has 2 years after that. So this year and next year.
So he's got till
I
2022. Maybe you
after
see,
the
yeah,
2022 season,
you at least
he's
want
a
to
free agent.
see what he's got before 22.
Exactly.
So yeah,
That's why I
you
said
do
bring
want
him
him
up
as back as
now.
humanly possible.
Let him
It's
pitch,
still
get into the
it's
groove,
tough,
and
bro.
then. Of course, it's tough
It's gonna be
because you
tough.
already know his mentality. He wants to be the
Yeah.
best, so he's gonna go out there and go crazy, and that's not healthy.
No, yeah.
But then on the other hand, you have Tyone, who
Yeah.
his first start off of Tommy John was with the Yankees, and he's been god awful for majority of the year. It takes 20 starts to come back from Tommy John, which is why I said bring him back now. He can get 10 to 15 and then put him in the bullpen in the playoffs if he's not that good in the regular season and let him just throw 102 out the pen. Imagine a game. Imagine this. Cole for 7. You have Sevy or Laza throwing 100 out the pen.
Mm-hmm.
And then just for kicks, you have Chapman throwing 102 from the left side. Come on, bro.
Nobody's touching a baseball clearly for the entire game. I know.
It's impossible to lose that game.
They might throw a team no-hitter if they could.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. So that, in my opinion, it's like bring him back just to see.
Yeah,
because they're going to stretch him out. So just imagine he goes in the playoffs and it says, you're not going 6. You're going 2. So throw as hard as you can for that 2 innings and get out.
Yeah.
We'll never lose. Plain and simple.
Personally, I don't think if we can go back to trades, I don't think the Yankees are going to look for a 5th. I don't think they really need him, especially if we're going to get Kluber back at any point this season. And then I think our bullpen is pretty stacked. It's pretty set.
Yeah,
Darren O'Day, is he ever going to get back?
Yeah, he's coming back in the next couple weeks.
Okay. Nestor Cortez has not looked too bad in the last 2 starts. Today he was pretty good.
Just be a Yankee for life. That's one of my favorite players.
Him. I like his
not that good.
Slow pause. And then the off-speed pitching. Not the off-speed, the off-timing pitching.
Not that good. But he gets outs. Every time he pitches for the Yankees, he gets outs.
Yeah.
So keep him on the Yankees. You send him to the Mariners, he's horrible. He comes back to the Yankees, minor league contract, gets called up 3 innings shutty, 4 innings shutty the next day.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, he wants to be a Yankee. Let him pitch for the Yankees, man. I want him on the team. If he's our last guy out the bullpen, that's fine with me.
I hope Chad Green can kind of stay consistent because it's always one game that he blows up. That's going to be the one part of the ball. And in the playoffs, too. So good. No, he's been good. In the playoffs, I need him to just, not do what he's done in the past, these last couple months.
You know what we won't have?
4 runs. What's that?
My guy on the Red Sox now. Freaking, I don't even remember his name because he's just been that bad in the playoffs. You know who I'm talking about. The dude that was on the Yankees last year.
Oh, Ottavino?
Ottavino. That's what we won't have, a wasted spot in the bullpen because they're not going to leave him off the roster. He's just going to sit in the bullpen.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because this was a pitcher who was supposed to be like a slider artiste, right? He had that slider down pat.
Frisbee slider with the cutter.
With the cutter too. And he had a back toward two-seamer coming out the other side. The other thing was that last year for the Yankees, he was getting shelled in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then he got shelled at the end of the year. They didn't kind of preview that for himself. He actually didn't pitch too well at all last season in the bubble baseball bubble.
He had the one very bad game against the Blue Jays. Remember that game where we got destroyed? It was 18-6. It was something ridiculous against the Blue Jays.
I believe it. Even if I don't remember it, I believe it. But I also remember a Boston game too. Yeah.
No, I think we swept Boston last year. We destroyed them last year.
I don't think we swept them. I think there was one inning that he came out and he completely crapped it.
I wouldn't be shocked, but in general, really is that
in general, if we're going to talk about in general last season, there was at least one start where he looked horrendous. He gave up 5 runs, and the point I'm trying to make was that the slider was just it was getting located. He was throwing it a little higher, or he wasn't placing it well. Maybe it was just the bats were catching up to it. Everyone knows, Yankees pitching, it's always going to come to you fastball primary, and then slider just to kind of keep you off speed. And I think mostly MLB does that anyway at this point. But his slider specifically, that artist looks like it's going to hit you, comes right down the middle.
Engineered it.
Comes down the middle, goes way outside. Yeah, it's it's the
he has remember he had a building, he had a warehouse in New York City that he built that slider, and that he took it to Colorado. No off-speed pitches move in Colorado.
No.
And he was dominating in Colorado with that, and then
Yeah.
that's why he got the contract from the Yankees. But it's like it works
Well,
for
it was just weird because the first year on the Yankees, that slider was disgusting, dismantling every single bat that came across it. It was just I think the second time around, second year around, or even half season, 62 games or whatever, people get used to that. And even his 1-2 fastball slider punch was just not working. And in Boston, it's still not like at a revival point. It's the same guy, and it sucks because I liked him. He was a decent pitcher for the Yankees when he pitched overall. I just think the guy's not making much of himself
it's the Yankees. The
since last
Yankees
year.
ruined him because
I
he was
You can
never
say that, yeah.
he was never a platoon guy. In Colorado, he pitched against everybody and he was elite against everybody. The Yankees got him. I think we talked about this a few weeks ago. The Yankees got him, and what they do? Oh, we want you to be the opposite of Tommy Kahnle. Tommy Kahnle's great against lefties. We want you to be great against righties, and we're gonna pitch you guys against each other. And it's like, that does not work when you've been taught your whole career to get out both sides, which
Yeah.
Ottavino did in Colorado.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he did it in Colorado. People are forgetting that. It's not like he did it in Seattle or Detroit where you got to hit the ball 500 feet to get it out. He did it in Colorado where you could bunt home runs. Like, bro, I don't think people realize what we're going to see in this home run derby. We might see some 600 feet home runs in this home run derby. Think about it. And he was making people look foolish in Colorado for years. Yankees brought him here and made him a platoon guy. Come on now, get out of here. The Yankees ruined him.
Think that he's using sticky stuff? Think he needs to get checked by the umpires in the half inning that in the 2/3 of an inning that he pitches?
I don't know. If the Red Sox use him the right way, he's gonna come back to bite us. I promise you. It's gonna be the ALDS, Yankees, Red Sox, and he's gonna throw 3 straight nasty frisbee sliders to Stanton. Stanton's knee's gonna buckle, and he's gonna strike out in 3 pitches, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, they should have never traded this guy." Blah, 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 blah.
Oh boy! Yo, the
Let's get out of
just
here,
won.
man.
I was just about to. The Clippers just won. This is
Devin Booker
the last
played
thing. I mean,
softy.
The last 2 games.
It's funny because I texted.
2 nights ago,
I
he
texted
shot
Nate.
very cold. Yeah.
I texted Nate just now. I'm like, yo, Chris Paul didn't look that good, but I was like, yeah, but he's also been off for a while. But he did look kind of good, and he was like, no, the reason they lost is Devin Booker. Anyone who puts on a mask, you have to go for blood. And Devin Booker was playing like he was afraid to get his face broken again. And when it's like, bro, it's already broken.
He kind of broke the streak. You got like Rip Hamilton, LeBron,
Kyrie.
All those guys who
played with it the other day? Bruce Brown on the Nets. When he got that mask, he went for blood for like 2 weeks. He's scoring 30 a game for those 2 weeks.
His defense was locked up. Yeah, I don't know, Booker, what you doing, bro?
Yeah, like he played like he was afraid to get hit in the face. One.
Yeah, he got the little like plastic like.
Yeah, if he had the black mask,
if he had the black mask, he would drop 80.
Oh man,
broke Kobe's record, dropped to 82.
Imagine in the playoffs. I think the playoff record is 63. He would drop 70.
Yeah, in the game,
easy.
Yo, episode 21.
Man, a rambling episode. We didn't really talk about anything. We just
listen. It was 2 weeks worth of Yankees updates, just stuff that we needed to get off of our chest. And honestly, there's more to come because when you miss 2 weeks of sports just to talk, you're gonna have a lot of content to bring out. We could probably split this episode if we really want to.
We gonna leave it.
Keep it the full hour 15, hour 20. We
recording something else
hour, then another hour after that. We'll try and block it out with some more fun stuff also later in the week. But listen, man, it's been real again. 21 episodes in, still sticking by us. Keep checking us out. We are on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Pandora Podcasts. Is that the 5th? Yeah. And then obviously check us out on YouTube. We'll link up the channels and the playlists all over. Follow us on Twitter. It's down there at Deron Chaniak. I'm going to be changing up the names. You can see our actual ats. But until now, if you can't read it, I'm at DannyRod75. He is
at that's _Shane.
Don't forget that underscore. And of course,
Hey,
keep interacting. Start talking to us more on Twitter. Start talking to us in the YouTube
yes.
comments. I want you to
People that are
really grill me.
watching and
I want you to
listening,
really grill Shane. All
give
those
us some
Virginia
stuff to
people.
talk about.
You
Yes.
must like New York sports, but you must have some Virginian. I don't know who they root for.
Give us
Virginia, Washington
questions. We
D.C.,
want to talk about what y'all
something
want to
like that.
listen to.
Listen, we'll put polls out and stuff on Twitter too, just so keep people engaged and whatever. Do like playoff stuff, all-star stuff, voting. We can do whatever we need to. Listen, it's our podcast. But we're gonna have a lot more stuff coming out for you guys. It's gonna be a fun summer. Please, please, please keep checking us out. Keep looking forward for stuff. Likewise, I've been your boy D-Rod. He's been your boy Shaniac, the Helmer. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of new content up there. The show going on. Shane, you want to talk a little bit about that?
I got some videos lined up. I released one 2 days ago. I'm about to release one. I'm about to edit one probably when I get home after the gym tonight. I'll probably edit one, post it for either tomorrow or Saturday, and I got another one for like Sunday or something. I don't know, man. There's mad stuff to do in that game right now, but I'm gonna get it done. Before I go, we go. Yes, download it. You spent money on it, even if you don't really play it. Just download it.
It'll be there, just so it'll be there. I got you, bro.
Hey, one last thing before we go, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna elaborate. I'm just gonna say it, and I want you to end the recording.
Yeah.
You guys listening?
Listen in. He's not gonna say it again.
At his best, Gary Sanchez is the greatest hitting catcher of all time. Good night.
Funk flex. Boom.